sales. And I think that is how we solved it previously. Even today, I think the Takaful industry as a whole needs to sit down and find ways to make awareness within the market that Takaful is an alternative to insurance and it's an ethical one.
It's interesting, right? Like, it's been years and years we talk about it, but still the basic of understanding Takaful word itself is still remaining a challenge for the market. And I think as marketeers, we have a lot of work to be done in terms of product as well. So moving on the conversation to somebody who's joined the insurance with the InsurTech wellness, I want to ask Vaibhav about what do you think is InsurTech doing to the Takaful and the insurance market in general? How is it driving customer behavior demand? What is happening between the two and what is bridging the gap here? So just kind of bring your insights in terms of where your rubber meets the road for you, and what insights would you like to bring in there?
I mean, I think seeing from the challenges that were presented across the panel, it feels extremely clear that Takaful, while being Sharia compliant and compliant with a whole lot of required regulations, is effectively, from a customer perspective, the same as regular insurance. When I buy an insurance, whether I buy a Takaful product or I buy a regular product, there's a lot of stuff that happens in the background, which I, as a customer, do not know about. But at the end of the day, I'm just buying an insurance product. We mentioned that Gen Zs might be getting lost because Gen Zs will question, they will try to understand what is the background, why is Takaful different from a conventional product. And when they do not experience something different, they will say, what's the difference? Why should I buy one over the other? And actually, Takaful is built, from my understanding, which is very nascent and everybody in this room is much more experienced than I am. Takaful is built on the principle of risk sharing around communities, right? And the biggest challenge of awareness also brings the biggest opportunity, because there is innovation required in the core model of delivery of experience of Takaful, and you have at our disposal, or we have at our disposal, the ability to create pockets of communities of pooled risk which can be managed better, which people can then understand. For example, warehouse Takaful. We all know warehouse insurance is extremely hard to get. Mm-hmm. Can there be a warehouse Takaful where all the warehouse people come together, they risk share, the risk manage together, it's lower cost, it's still shared risk, shared value, it meets all the principles. There's actually a company, and sorry, I'm just going on a little bit, there's a company in Europe called Laka. They do cycle insurance. And it's built around a community of cyclists. And Laka's model is simple. We take 25% of premium for our operations. Everything else, minus the claims, is refunded back in proportion to each member. That is Takaful from what I understand. They have a Sharia certification. It is absolutely scaling like crazy in Europe because they're able to build a community. Why can't we have a community of diabetics? We should have a diabetic Takaful where all the diabetics come, they buy their individual insurance, we manage them, we help them lead a better life, we give them back the premium that's not there for expenses. And that will align people to a new way of Takaful, of risk sharing, and that allows differentiation between convention and Takaful.
Okay, there are answers, and I have a follow-up question for you, but I'll come back to you. Moving on to Ahmed, I want to understand from you, since gold has been a conversation through the day today, and we've discussed it from different lenses and perspective. How do you think the evolution of gold investment with technology coming into place, digital transformation, fintech in adding to the whole gamut, how do you think that is impacting a Takaful or Sharia compliant customer? And in line with Takaful investments, where is this aligning?
Actually, I believe there is maybe two things can be alignment. Number one, like Mr. Khalid just mentioned, in the Takaful portfolio, you need some secured investment. So to use the gold as a secure investment, it's not only as a passive investment. I know most of the people use the gold as a passive investment. They buy gold and keep it in the vaults. But right now, or there is use the gold as a financing for the jewelers or other products. It can also an active investment. when the Takaful company use this concept, use the gold, buying gold, and use this gold in investment and to generate more benefit or more gold, it will be one of the good investments as a good secured investment for the Takaful business or Takaful portfolio. This is one thing is interesting and trendy, especially when we see all the problem over all the world right now and the gold pricing or the metals increasing, that it will make the secure portfolio is more secure and better for Takaful. This is one of thing. The second thing is also to use the fintech and the gold to make the accessibility for everyone to join to the Takaful, because right now, most of the Takaful is joined by people who have accounts in the banks or already they have a good knowledge or good background about Takaful. But when you use the fintech, it's open for everyone, for the labor color to start to invest from a small amount. And by the way, most of these people who already believe in Takaful and the first stage. Because you say, as everyone mentioned, there is a lack of education about Takaful. But most of the people who work in the labor color, they think about, especially the Muslims, who wanted to make everything work under Sharia compliant or under Islamic way. So use the fintech in gold and give them the ability to cooperate or use to paying by gold or join to the Takaful via gold balances or part of gold. It will be good for them, especially in many countries when there is a problem in the currency or the devaluation of the currency. They use the gold as a deposit or they invest by gold in Takaful and take a returns in gold. This is already the main principle of the benefit from Takaful, to make everyone, to give them the best ever return or the best and make the risk lower as much as they can.
Right. So less barrier to entry and anybody can enter at the fractional level that you're talking about. Thank you so much for that. I would want to have a follow-up question with Mr. Shoaib. We do definitely want to kind of understand from your vast experience in diversified markets, when we have been talking about innovation throughout the day-to-day, but I really want an example, or if you could give us some insights into an example where innovation was really an event where the Takaful industry was forged forward. For instance, you did mention Gen Z, but we are not innovating anything. That's a gap that we have. In any market specifically that you have seen someone, a Takaful company or even an industry or any regulator has done something which has really pushed the boundary forward for Takaful in your experience overall?
Sure. I mean, in terms of the reasoning first, I think, simply speaking, as they say, a tree cannot grow under another tree. Right now, the Takaful is growing under convention, especially on the product side. Like the general approach of the product development I have seen is that conventional product is developed and then a Takaful version of that product is coming, just to show that, okay, this is a conventional version and this is the Takaful version. So that's not really an innovation or a creativity in my mind. You will never grow faster than conventional if you keep following the conventional products. The area where I think that Takaful, I would invite all the Takaful players to really do a research, an independent research. I won't suggest to go with the conventional companies or conventional concept based on the whatever is happening around the globe is the retirement benefits. I mean, we are seeing based on our experience that retirement benefits is far more complicated and difficult to manage. And it's a matter of time. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when the countries and the companies are moving to the new pension schemes. Here also, you know, the DIFC has moved to the new pension scheme. Mainland may also move. Many countries have already moved. India has moved to the new defined contribution. Pakistan is working on that. That's an area where I think Takaful can help a lot, like investment like gold or property can help a lot, because in the retirement benefits, the two major challenges everybody is facing is the investment, the long-term investment guarantees, and the second is the living, like the longevity risk basically. So I think that's an area where Takaful could be very innovative and market will be very receptive. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving back to Weber for the follow-up question. So you did mention a very important point, and I think this was the first time it was mentioned today, that is about community and the Takaful aspect of community coming together to share the risk and also kind of help each other in the time of need. That's the core of Takaful, and we as marketers have been trying to drive this in different ways throughout the decades. But apparently fintech apps like eToro and other who are actually driving social investments where people do invest together looking at each other. Looking at those kind of fintech trends and also something which has driven consumer behavior, what else could the Takaful industry do as per you? Like you mentioned one of the examples, but as a social selling or a social community buying behavior as well, how do you think the Takaful can position itself?
I think that's a great idea. So my previous role before I started started WellX was in a company called Charles Taylor, which used to manage mutual insurance companies. So we did it for ships. We were trying to build an airline alliance to pool all the risk together. And I think the Takaful's core principle is literally that. So identifying communities which struggle to get insurance in the conventional market. Think of retirement health insurance for retirees in the UAE. Great example. Extremely hard to get, super expensive. People are willing to just, take almost no coverage just so they can stay in the country. We need to find these pockets of communities and insure them, allow them to have transparency and awareness of the shared risk. Because from an actuarial standpoint, understanding that me doing something that is not in the best interest of our community is going to harm somebody else is a huge mitigating factor to risk. And so find a community of diabetics, find a community of retirees, find a community of warehouse owners, all the different segments that are really struggling. We can pool the risks, you can take an expense, you can share the risk back, technology, you can use blockchain, you can use normal chain, it doesn't matter. Right? But this is totally doable. It can be done under Takaful. The risk can be shared using technology in an automated fashion that's ledgerable and completely documentable. And that creates a big differentiation for Takaful versus conventional.
Okay, thank you so much. So in the interest of time, instead of me asking all the questions, I would also keep the floor open. So if anybody has any questions, please participate, engage, and ask the questions. You have amazing leaders in their own fields here to your disposal. So if you would like to ask anything, please use this opportunity. If anyone wants to ask a question, we have a gentleman there. So while we are arranging the mic, I have a question for you, Zishan. A small answer or a brief answer would also suffice. Do you really think marketing automation is a challenge for Takaful, or it's just something which would work if we have the intent and vision right?
To be honest, I think for the generations to come, edutainment is important. Hyper-personalization is important, right? So if we are educating them and we are entertaining them on the side as well, and it is hyper-personalized, I think it's the best mix. So marketing automation will definitely help, but we need to first find a way to tell them what we're talking about, right? So that they understand, and it's not a jargon for them anymore. I think that's the way to go.
Right, thanks. So please have your name specified and just take the name of the person you want to ask a question to.
My name is Akbar. Thank you very much for this great panel. My question to the gentleman on the second gentleman from the left. Yes. So you mentioned a number of different great examples, and you're saying that there could be different communities that can be insured. What is the critical mass that is required to offer an insurance for a certain community? I mean, is it like, can you offer it to 10 people together, or is it has to be over 1,000, or what is that critical mass? Is it based on a certain? Because you also give an example of cyclists being insured in Europe. So how big is that community, and where do you kind of start?
So the cyclists being insured is they have hundreds of thousands, I think, at this stage. I think it's very actuarially dependent, and I would have to refer to the expert here. If you potentially look at anything with high severity losses, you probably need a lot more of a community. For high frequency, low severity, think diabetes. I keep mentioning diabetes, but think diabetes, you probably don't need a massive critical mass. Also depends on how much impact on the claims experience any proactive risk management can make. So for diabetics, for example, we know we can reduce the cost of care by 17%. We know we can bring down the HbA1c by about 20% through proactive interventions. This in and of itself is important, but then if I bring a whole neighborhood or a whole community that know each other anyways together, and they know that by claiming unnecessarily, oh, I haven't used my insurance today or this year so far, so I should go see the doctor, if that thought process isn't there, how much of an impact can that make? It's a bit of an experiment. We will have to learn and see what the data produces. But I think, in my pseudo-actuarial science, that's my opinion on it.
I would like Mr. Shoaib to weigh in on this question because this is right up your alley.
I mean, one thing I would like to say, you have a great talent to take the more actuarial exams also, because I think you have already explained it very well. But yes, I think the high severity and the low frequency, that's the best risk to be pooled. The bigger the risk is and the less is the frequency, that's where we become less confident. So I think that's where the more and more collaboration and communities, the bigger it is, the safer it is, I would say.
So, safety in numbers.
Yes.
Okay, anyone else would like to ask? We have a gentleman back there. Kindly raise your hand again. She has answered. Thank you.
Thank you. My question is to Mr. Shoaib. You touched base the importance of creating a specific research in terms of Takaful products and not looking at the conventional product. I think if you look at the growth of Takaful, obviously you need some reference to kind of start and develop those products. Similarly, we have the products which are pretty much, I would say, plain vanilla products, whether you talk about non-life or not life side. Product innovations is not very much there. Given that you have an experience in with the multinational company and the products which you must have seen it, there in the US and Europe, how much you think that this market requires product innovation and taking some references of, Europe, US, and bringing those products here or these kind of product to kind of keep, for the benefit of the customers. Thank you.
Yeah, Afzal, one thing I would like to say, especially in MetLife, we focus a lot when we talk about the product innovation is that we look at the product and the distribution together basically. Because the strength of the product could be in the design, but could be in the distribution channel as well. How you present it, how well you sell it. I can give you one example and you can Google it also. MetLife has a product in Mexico. It's called Met99. And it's it's a very simple product, very, very simple product. But the strength is in the distribution channel. This product alone has generated like a $1 billion premium for MetLife in Mexico. Because the agents are so well connected with the customers at all the stages. They sell the basic policy. When he gets married, they add the spouse coverage as a rider. When they have the children, they add the education rider of the children. On an average, we have 10 to 15 riders, supplementary coverage per policy. So I think one area is obviously the distribution also, but design-wise also I agree with you. Medical and motor, I don't see much innovation. It's more of a price game basically. But the other 20%, like the saving products, like as I mentioned, the retirement, I think there is definitely a room to have more innovation, either through a design or like an investment also, like the gold options or the property options, things like that. So that's why I would suggest that look with the fresh eyes, not with what conventionals are doing, but what can be done, what market is asking basically. Thank you.
Thank you. Last question, please.
Thank you. Augustine is my name, Kateva. I come from Uganda.
May I ask you to please stand up while you're asking? Thank you.
Yeah, Augustine Kateba. My name's. I come from Uganda. Kaful is, I would say, yet to be introduced in my country. It is totally new. There are challenges with conventional insurance in terms of penetration. I would like advice or a share of experiences on how a middle ground can be found or how it has been found in other markets by some of the participants in terms of co-creating products that can actually bring in Takaful despite the conventional insurance not being so penetrated.
Would anyone want to volunteer for this answer?
Just to clarify, you have established newly Takaful insurance in your country, and you need like an advice how to start to promote the products of the company, right? They have an idea to establish.
The first license is yet to be issued for the first Takaful player, but from what I have learned from the principles of Takaful, there are so many advantages when it comes to collective responsibility by the members. It creates more, would I call it, likelihood for sustainability of any player. So I think it would be more appealing for people to actually take on, but given that we are yet to get to that direction, so we will need to have a blend of Takaful characteristics or features blended into the conventional offerings. I don't know whether you've had an experience or any of you has had an experience with that.
Just if I can ask one question to you before I answer, maybe, do you have the Islamic finance already in the country, like Islamic banking or Islamic investment?
The first Islamic bank started, I think, last year. It started last year, so it's still a new or offering in the market.
Okay.
But the specific question is what Takaful has to offer. How can we, or do you have experiences in how it can be incorporated into the conventional offerings from the experiences you've had? So I mean, in our we can start from there and then see.
Sure. In my experience, at least when you are starting something, I think the support from the government is always helpful. Like the reason health and motor is growing here is that it's mandatory. So at least for the Islamic finance, like the Islamic banking, if the Takaful could be made mandatory, that could be one option. The other thing could be basically that, as I said, what are the needs? What are the gaps in the markets? And how can those be filled? I think those are the areas, and mostly I think it's also like do and learn. Like you will do the work, you will do different things. There are Re-Takaful companies, they can help a lot on that in the product development. So yeah, I think those are some of the things. It depends a lot on the market dynamics, the needs, and all those things.
Thank you. So I think you may probably have to have this conversation offline also a little bit more in detail with the others. Thank you so much, panel. And with that, I just wanted to sort of summarize. I'm sure people still have a lot of questions, but in the interest of time, because I'm sure you guys do want to go home at some point in time. So what we're trying to understand here or navigate today, we've been covering a lot of range in terms of the Takaful industry, product innovation, technology playing its part, segments, and also the products itself. From this panel, if I have to take notes, and my personal notes would be simple, would also go into the areas of innovation and a question whether innovation is something we are not really able to do till now, because specifically in the Middle East, we are so busy firefighting in terms of regulatory environment, in terms of segment, in terms of competition, in terms of technology. There's so many things that's grabbing our attention that probably innovation takes a back seat when we are in prize games. Not sure, that's a question. I'm just leaving these questions. When it comes to technology, I think technology, as we all know, we are being imparted a lot of information on technology. Earlier it was digital, 11 years ago, there was no digital transformation. Now there's all digital transformation, agentic AI, everything. So the buzzwords keep coming. But what is important when it comes to technology is the intent and the vision. Technology is still a driver. It will drive whatever you want it to drive to whatever cause you want it to. So there is a lot of technology available right now. We are very advantageous place to use all the technology. We have immense expertise available to us in Takaful sector. And I think we just need to prioritize what we want and where we want to head in the next 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. And I think that's the game. So with that, I conclude my remarks. And I'm sure any other questions, please take it offline with our expert gentlemen. Thank you so much. And with that, I would like to invite on stage Mr. Yusuf Gama. He is the Re-Takaful Managing Director and local representative of Sudan office of Africa Re, to kindly come and felicitate our panelists here. Can we hear it for the panelists and for me? Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, so we'll have one by one pictures now. Thank you. So let's start with the same order. May I ask Mr. Vaibhav first to come on stage to receive his award? All right. So may I ask Vaibhav to step in, and Mr. Yusuf, if you could hand over the certificate, please. Let's hear it for Vaibhav, guys. Thank you. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Shoaib Sufi. Sir, please, Mr. Yusuf, please kindly stay. You will have to still give certificates to all the panelists, yeah? Let's hear it for Mr. Shoaib. Mr. Khalid Abdullah, please come and receive your certificate. Thank you. Let's hear it for Mr. Khalid. Only one table. Guys! Next, I would like to call Zishan Heather. Please join us. And now, Mr. Ahmed, please join us on the podium. Let's hear it for Mr. Ahmed. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks a lot. And now we move into, now that would be very awkward if I have to go and receive my cert. All right. Thank you. For the group photo, already taken. Yeah, it's already done. All right, so we now move into the award ceremony. And with that, I say adios for this day. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to host you guys today. You've been a wonderful audience, and I wish you a very good evening. Thank you.
Let's put it down. You want these flowers, right? Yes. These flowers will come in the front here.
Attention, please. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, honorable guests, distinguished award recipients, visionaries of Islamic finance, Assalamu alaikum and good evening to everyone. I couldn't hear back the greeting. It's a great honor to welcome you all to the 7th Global Takaful and Re-Takaful Forum organized by Al Huda Saib, UAE, where we celebrate not only achievement but also the continued evolution of ethical and Sharia compliant finance. This evening we gathered under two guiding lights, the light of protection, the light of Sharia, symbolizing Takaful's essence of mutual cooperation and shared responsibility and ensuring that every product, policy and partnership aligns with the values of justice, transparency and compassion. From family Takaful to Re-Takaful, from innovation to inclusion, our honorees this evening represents the true spirit of Islamic finance. Institutions and individuals who have turned visions into value and business into benevolence. This is more than an award ceremony. It's a testament that Takaful is not just an alternative, it's the future of responsible risk management, rooted in faith, fairness, and fraternity. So as we celebrate their remarkable contributions, let's remember every policy written, every claim solved, and every partnership formed leaves a moral imprint that strengthens our collective ummah. Without further delay, let's honor the pioneers and innovators who continue to elevate the global Takaful and Re-Takaful industry. Shall we begin? Yes. Let the ceremony commence. So I would like to call on stage His Excellency Hisham Mohammed, Minister Consular to the Ambassador Maldives Embassy UAE. Please give him a big round of applause on stage. And I would like to call Mr. Zubair Mughal, Managing Director Al Huda Saib, on stage to present awards to the awardees. Please give him a big round of applause. So let's begin with our first award, Pioneer of Takaful Excellence Award, Abu Dhabi National Takaful Co. PSC. Abu Dhabi National Takaful Co. PSC stands as a true pioneer in the Islamic insurance industry, consistently delivering innovative Sharia-compliant solutions that inspire trust and drive market growth. Their dedications to excellence has positioned them as a benchmark for the Takaful sector across the region. Please join me in applauding Abu Dhabi National Takaful Co. PSC recipient of Pioneer of Takaful Excellence Award. To receive this honor, we invite Mr. Nazir Haider, Deputy CEO Technical Affairs. receive this award, we invite Mr. Adnan Saab, Al-Ashi CEO, to come forward. worldwide. Please give him a big round of applause. Thank you. Best Emerging Takaful General. Takaful General has distinguished itself through innovative product design and exceptional service delivery. Please join me in congratulating LOLC Takaful General, recipient Best General Takaful Product in Sri Lanka. To receive this award, we invite Mr. Hamid Mohideen Muhammad Irshad, Senior Financial Manager, to come forward. Please give him a big round of applause. Most innovative digital Takaful solution, Zen by AD&T, powered by Welks. Zen by AD&T, powered by Welks, has revolutionized the Takaful landscape through advanced digital innovation and customer-centric technology by seamlessly integrating health, wellness, and insurance. Let's applaud Zen by AD&T, powered by Welks, recipient of the Most Innovative Digital Takaful Solution Award. To receive this recognition, we invite Mr. Vaibhav Kashyap, CEO and co-founder, to come forward. Please give him a big round of applause. Best Sharia compliant gold investment app, OGold. OGold has set a new benchmark in ethical investing by offering a seamless, secure, and Sharia compliant digital platform for gold investments. Please join me in celebrating OGold, recipient of the Best Sharia compliant gold investment app award. To receive this honor, we invite Mr. Ahmad Abdul Tawab, Chief Executive Takaful core solution B4E InsurTech Insurance. B4E InsurTech Insurance is transforming the Takaful industry through its AI-powered core solutions. Let's give a big round of applause to B4E InsurTech. I would like to call on stage Mr. Amanpal Singh, MD and CEO, to come forward and give him a big round of applause. Best Family Takaful Product, Watania Takaful Family PJSC. Watania Takaful Family PJSC has excelled in delivering family protection solutions to combine compassion, innovation and Sharia compliance. Please join me in congratulating Watania Takaful Family PJSC, the Best Family Takaful Product Award. To receive this recognition, we invite Mr. Junaid Khan, Vice President, come forward please and give him a big round of applause. Award, Mr. Sharjah Sulaiman, we are honored to present the prestigious Financial Expertise and Innovation Award to Mr. Sharjah Sulaiman, founder and director of Finanso, in recognition of his exceptional South Africa. GIC South Africa has played a pioneering role in advancing Re-Takaful solutions across Africa through innovation, strategic collaboration, and strong adherence to Sharia principles. To receive this honor, we invite Mr. Jetu Janami to come forward. Please give him a big round of applause. now I would like to call on stage Mr. Zubair Mughal to conclude this event with some of his words. Thank you so much. Please give him a big round of applause.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. As a concluding remarks, I would like to thank all the honorable speakers, panelists, guests of honors, participants, and I also would like to thank our sponsors to support us to organize this event, and as well as our supporters and the media partner. The purpose of this forum to disseminate the information of Takaful, to share the latest trend of Takaful, the involvement of the technology to expand the Takaful services, to discuss Banka Takaful, Micro Takaful, and different type of the Takaful product. Tomorrow we have our technical session, technical workshop on operational and practical aspect of Takaful, which will start as per given program agenda at 9:30 at the mezzanine floor of the similar hotel. Our colleague who registered for that workshop, that is the 2 days workshop by the way, they are most welcome to join us tomorrow at 9:30 at the mezzanine floor of this hotel. The colleague who want to register for that 2 days technical workshop, they can contact at the reception. In 2026, Al-Huda Center for Islamic Banking and Economics is publishing a Takaful report for 2026. So we will share that report in soft format and hard format to our ALTA participant as well. Al-Huda Center for Islamic Banking and Economics also have some online digital learning programs in Takaful. We have one 6-month program for the Takaful, which is available in English, French, and the Russian language. The people who want to learn Takaful in a broader way, they can join us over that 6-month program, because one of the challenge for the development of the Takaful industry is the shortage of qualified human resource. Globally, you can find hundreds of universities who have their bachelor, master's, or postmaster degree program in insurance and the risk management. But unfortunately, we do not have any university in the world who have master's or postmaster's program for the Takaful. So to fulfill that gap, we have one 6-month program which is available on online basis in English, French, and Russian language. If you want to join, you are most welcome. So thank you very much for your valuable time and spend a whole day with us, and looking forward to greet you tomorrow again. Thank you very much and very good evening. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, and we will start tomorrow at 9:30 for the technical workshop. Assalamu alaikum.